So I've had a few people ask me about my PI setup. I think I'm one of the few people that actually does raw to P4. So I wanted to run through what it's like to do my PI on a daily basis. It's not that bad. Um, every day I go through. I have my planets set up on a 24-hour timer. So all I do is I go through and I um, reset all my Um, I reset all my extractors, just get them going again. Oops. Do one planet at a time here. Um, you see all my planets are set up to reach uh, two two of the minerals or whatever they're called on the planet, and it's stretched out to keep the links short and still be able to reach between the two. Um, it's pretty straightforward. Once I finish resetting all these, I'll get the other character going at the same time. So this has been running. This has been running for 2 days. I'm on the extractors. They run for 24 hours, but there's enough storage to let them go for 2 or 3 days without having to pick up. So I only have to do this step once a day. Um, the picking up and moving stuff I do um, every 2 or 3 days. Let's see. Let's get this guy going. So that's ready to go, and while he's flying, I'm over here doing this guy. Um, all my epithals are set up for with hyperspatials and nano. I figure you're not going to tank anything, so best thing to do is just get there as fast as possible. So I get everything ready, waiting to land, and then my downtime, I'm setting up the next planet. Then I hit warp before I move the stuff over. So I spend as little time as possible just sitting still. So it's not that bad. Once in a while you'll run into a planet that's like needs to be significantly moved, but most of the time they're fine. Alright, and my last planet. This one's just my factory. So I have one advanced doing the actual wetware mainframe, and then all the others are doing the P3, or I'm sorry, the P2 to P3 conversions. This guy is on his last planet. Alright, so this will wait. Alright. So that character is done. Now all I have to do is trade it over to the other. Well, this will go here. Alright. And now this guy goes out. It's pretty boring, but the whole process only takes maybe 5-10 minutes. So all this is 2 characters. I have, let's see what my skills are. I don't remember what all the planetary skills are under. Oops. Mess that up. Let's see. Planet management, that's what it is. So yeah, Command Center 5's Planetary Consolidation 5, so that I can do max planets and max command centers. Oops, not that one. some reason that Ice Planet is great for these test cultures. I always get a ton of them. Alright, that's it for picking up. So that was about a little more than 2 days worth of manufacturing 51 wetware mainframes. So what I'll do is I'll drop that there, pick up everything else, that all goes there. And I can go sit on the fort and do the rest. So I usually throw about 700 of everything into the launch pad. Seems to be about everything that it can handle. So that puts just about everything full. I'm a little bit low on a few things, like nanites and coolant. I was running a bit low on. Coolant has actually picked up a little bit, so I'm not as bad now, but something like that happens. A few of the planets will have more of one commodity and less than another, so I just shuffle it around and it'll catch up. But so what that looks like is, so now everything's lit up yellow, everything's full. I'm feeding from my launch pad. I'm feeding all the P2 into the advanced processors. Those feed into the storage unit, or the storage facility, and then from there the high tech pulls out of the storage, processes it, and then dumps it back into the launch pad. And so that just gives the storage facility a little bit of a buffer, because you end up, like right now I'm running high on biotech and cryoprotectant and a little low on the supercomputers. I think that's because I was running low on coolant. So now that I've got more coolant, I'm running a bit low on nanites, so that's going to put me low on biotech. So it bounces around, but it evens out over time. Yeah, it's not terrible. I mean, I think that took me about 10 minutes to do. And then from that, my epithal, I think I got a 51 wetware mainframe, so that's 51 hours worth, because it's one per hour, and that gives me 127 million. So it's not terrible. It comes out to like 1.5 billion per month. So yeah, that's what it looks like to do raw to wetware mainframes.